Hey folks, Daily Landsblog for the 31st of May, 2020. Me and Riggs here watching CNN. Let me, even though this really doesn't have any bearing on mental health, as I have said many times before to those who are critical of me for talking about anything outside of mental health, it's like too damn bad. I was going to say the F word, but then I thought, you know what? Make your point without using that. It's too bad. This is our chance to speak. And when I speak on the Daily Lance blog, I'm speaking for people associated with SickNotWeak, and I'm speaking for Case, and I'm speaking for Riggs, and I'm speaking for Karen over there. I'm watching CNN, and I'm seeing this mess of a country, the United States, how messed up it is after George Floyd was murdered by a police officer in one of the most horrifying 5 minutes of video. I don't know how much of it was shot. I know the whole thing was about 8 minutes and 45 seconds long. But what's crazy is that it's all political. It's amazing to me that everything can become political. Let's face it, if COVID-19 could become a political issue, if it could be a place that as a politician you wanted to score points, then anything can be politicized. So I guess what I'm saying is I'm horrified that in 2020 something like that can still happen. That it can still happen, and that there's a portion of the United States that isn't outraged. And in Canada too, because I will hear people who will say, you know, how dare you talk about this and stay to mental health or stay to sports. Well, I'm not going to stick to sports. I'm going to say that in 2020, how many years are we after the civil rights movement? How many years are we after slavery? And we still get that crap. There's still that level of racism in the United States. Like, I'm not saying whether you should be pro-police or not. I'm pro-police. I know some police officers. They're great guys. I know a woman who's one of my dearest friends. But if you can watch that and not be horrified and not say something has to change, and you know what? It's not enough to tell people don't protest, don't light that car on fire, and change the issue away from what it should be. I find it really upsetting. So I'm out walking Riggs before, and I thought to myself, wow, this is a hell of a flashback. I had to get away from where I was. And I was talking to somebody on the street, which happens a lot because when I feel good, I talk to everybody. But unfortunately, I can't wear a sign that says, I don't feel good today, so don't say hi to me. And I was talking to somebody and I thought, I got to get away from here. And then I'm walking home and I see somebody else and I go, I got to get away from here. And it was this flashback to one of the worst things about depression. And that is the desire to always look for something better. It's like wherever you are, you want to be someplace else. And as soon as you get to that someplace else, it becomes where you are. And now you want to find the next someplace else. Play that back, and it'll make sense. A little complicated, maybe a big mouthful, but it'll make sense. SickNotWeak.com. 24 hours a day, 400 days a year, because tomorrow it's the return of Isolation Nation. Who do we have on the showcase?
We have a wrestler.
Oh my gosh, yes. I don't know if you heard the story. I won't tell you about it tomorrow because it'll be on the show tomorrow. But a Japanese wrestler took her own life after she was bullied online. And we'll be talking about that. Man, I hear the word bullied so much associated with mental health. I guess I've rambled on for a long time. How's my lighting, by the way, Case?
You know what? It's not terrible. It's not great.
Is this better?
No.
Now? Huh?
That's a white face. You're pretty pale.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not getting out more.